Country CEO in the house once again, man. More game, and more game. Look, got a good one for you today, man. Look, women drivers in the dump truck business, right? Women drive. Ladies, I know y'all been waiting on this, right? Because I got a couple of my followers are women. Carmen and I think Lynn and a few more of you guys, Linda, have contacted me either by comment about the dump truck business, or those of you who are trying to start the dump truck business, or those of you who are working with your husbands or significant other about getting into this business, right? So I want to talk about today, though, women drivers in the dump truck business. I think it's a subject worth talking about and exploring right there. Because I know some of y'all probably wondering, what the country CEO think about women drivers? I'm ready to tell you. Women make great drivers. Did you get that? From what I've seen, and I know that's subjective, right? That's just my opinion. But from where I sit and where I have sat for the last 21 years in this business, women make some great drivers. I've seen them exhibit some great characteristics of what I consider good drivers. What are some of them, country CEO? I'm glad you asked that question. What I've seen from some of the women drivers in the business over the years, highly motivated. And I'm here to tell you, in the last 5 or 6 years, we're seeing more of them in our area than we've seen in my first probably 14 or 15. First 14 or 15, you just see one here and there, but we see them a lot of places now, whether it be not just dump trucks, but ready mix trucks and all that stuff. Highly motivated. I noticed, and talking to some of these ladies and just seeing them on the road, man, they had, highly motivated to make their place and find their place in this particular occupation. I'm just looking at it from a driver standpoint right now. I found them to be eager to learn, which means they're teachable. And that's one of the biggest things you need in somebody, man. Somebody needs to be teachable. I don't care how long you had your CDL. I don't care that you used to drive over Timbuktu and drove for him for 3 years. No, you need to still be teachable, because the moment you think you know everything about anything is when you can mess up. All right. So I find them to be highly motivated in that they're eager to learn, and they're eager to prove that they belong, right? They're eager to prove that they belong. And I say that not as a negative connotation, like they got to prove that they belong in the sense of they don't supposed to be out here. I don't mean it like that. What I mean is they are proving that through their work ethic, and that they can do it just as good and just as well as the men. You hear me? All right. So that's what I mean by that. All right, and then they're highly motivated, look like to me, to succeed, right? They're just not out here pity patting around, getting me 25 hours and I'm gone, that's it for the week. No, they're doing the 40, and they're getting that overtime. So I've seen them be highly motivated, the women out here. All right. Secondly, I've seen them be very dependable. Right? I've seen them. I know several of them. They're on time for work. I know that because of working alongside some of them, and because I probably know their boss man. Those guys been out here a while who've hired them, right? And they speak well of them, that they ain't got to, worry about them. They own time. All right, secondly, they got a great work ethic. They're dependable. They go on to work, and they got that flexibility, which I always tell you, in the dump truck business, you got to be able to. It might happen on weekends. It might go at night, and you got to be able to be flexible to do that, right? You can't have a problem with that. All right, and I found these women to be right there at night with us on some of these jobs, right? And then they're dependable in that I've seen them be team players, right? They're not out here like Lone Rangers and they're trying to conquer the world by themselves. They understand that when we're out here on these jobs together, we need to help each other and we need to look out for each other. We're all out there trying to make a day for our families, right? And so they're team players, right? If they can help you, they'll help you. And then obviously you help them, okay? All right, so women drivers, I found them to be dependable. I found them to be highly motivated. But thirdly, I found them to stay in one place longer than some men. right? They don't do a lot of hopping around. I know some women over the years that stayed with that guy 7, 8 years, man. It wasn't no one and done or 1 year and done or 6 months and done or 3 months. I've seen them go to a place, and if the situation was right and they were getting treated right, they stayed there a while. All right. So that said something to me. That said to me that they value responsibility, right? That they value the fact that they have a families to take care of, and they're willing to go out there and do what they have to do to take care of that responsibility, right? All right. So we know that with our women, they're the main caretakers of our children in many instances. I would say in most instances, right? And so if daddy don't get it, women know that they got to go out there, especially if they're single, and provide for their kids, right? And I love to see that, those that don't wait on somebody else to provide for them, but they go get it. So I've seen a lot of them be responsible. I've seen them be accountable to what their job is on the truck. And then I've seen them appreciate it. They appreciate it, look like, when they're treated fairly, okay? They seem to appreciate. A lot of time, male egos get in the way of a man appreciating what you've done. How so, country CEO? Well, sometimes in dealing with our male egos in our men, that even when you do what you do, sometimes the brother think you should have done more. Did you get that? Sometimes the men feel like you should have done more, right? Because of their egos, or because they are looking at what you got or what they think you're making and that kind of thing. All right, but I've seen the women appreciate the effort of you trying to treat them fairly and that kind of thing. Okay? All right, so women drivers, I found them to stay in one place longer. I found them to be dependable. I found them to be highly motivated. All right. So things to take note of when dealing with women drivers from what I've seen. And I can only go off what I've seen. I've never had a woman driver. Not that I didn't ever want to hire one. Yeah, I think the 1 or 2 times I was asked, I already had somebody. Okay. All right. So when dealing with women drivers, you please understand they can get emotional because women are emotional. So they're not an emotional driver. They're an emotional person. That's just how God made women, right? So if it's something that goes wrong on the job, that she perceives that's not fair or not right, yes, she can get emotional, but you just talk to her, calm her down, get her to see the big picture, right? So that's something you might have to deal with. She might can get emotional at times with you as the boss man, all right? Also, women drivers will need help sometimes with unforeseen circumstances on the job, right? Something tears up on the truck or something happens with the truck. She may not be physically able to repair it or to fix it or to do what it takes to get her by, to get it to the shop or whatever. And so I've been on jobs where if we see a lady in distress, we're going to help her, right? And so sometimes if you got a lady driver, there may be some things she may be able to physically handle, but I haven't seen it be a deal breaker to where, I wouldn't hire her because she can't do this or that. Nah. But I'm just here to tell you that it will become a time when something happens that it may be something she might not be able to physically do, that you'll have to get her some assistance, or guys on the job will have to assist her. And we will. We will. Most of the guys I know in our area, we're going to help her, right? Because we have a mentality of helping each other. Okay? All right. And then thirdly, I'm going to end it on this one, y'all. Be sure to have clarity with your wife as the boss man. Well, I need to say also with your husband if you're the boss lady, because that's the times in which we live, right? Y'all know where I'm going. That this is not going to be a problem with you hiring this woman. Did you get that? Y'all know what I mean, right? Don't assume your wife might be okay with you hiring a woman driver, because what this is going to do is you're going to have to talk to her on the phone. You're going to have to call her at night, or she's going to have to call you at night. She may have to call you early in the morning. You may have to call her early in the morning. She may have to call you a little bit more than normal until she gets the hang of things. All right? All right? You may have to go over to her house, drop a check off, or to pick something, paperwork up. All right? So make sure wifey or hubby is okay with this interaction. All right? Because you don't want Look, y'all might think I'm crazy, but I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. Didn't have this discussion before he hired a woman driver, and it became a problem, right? So get that understood in your house first as the owner before you step out there and do that, and then you realize you got a problem, okay? I say it jokingly, but that's real talk, y'all. So look, man, I'm out of here. That's my spiel. If this video has been valuable to you, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Share this video with your family and friends. Look, no grind, no shine. Country CEO, I'm gone.